this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. The situation in Indian football continues to be very delicate, to put it very, very nicely. But I somewhat have a little bit of hope because I put out a cryptic tweet yesterday about something which I'd heard a while back about a certain alliance amongst people you would never guess. And there are people that I respect, that I have regards for, that I feel are important to shape the future of Indian football. And interesting, a lot of them got in touch. And this brings me to the topic that I want to speak about today. The role of the stakeholders. At the moment, the All India Football Federation is absent from action. Let's be very, very clear from that. It is very, very shameful to see what the AIFF is doing or not doing, how they're coming to decisions, how they are interacting on social media like kindergarten kids. It's not good. Reliance are being painted in the Supreme Court of India as the bad boys. It's their fault. The clubs who play in the ISL for a long time thought, you know what, Reliance will never pull out. Why do we need to worry? Why do we need to bother? The I-League clubs, some of them think that I got gifted something, or the gift of God or whatever you want to call it. Others are looking higher towards the ISL. Even they are in a fix now because it's dropped for them that the I-League might also not happen as long as the ISL situation is not cleared. And this brings me back to something that I see again and again and again and again. The stakeholders of Indian football need to look at and try and figure out things in the best interest of Indian football. The problem is very simple. We are in a situation which is existential. The men's game in India might suffer consequences in the coming weeks and months. You're feeling it already because of the postponement of the ISL. What is going to happen? If the ISL does not happen, which sadly I have to say is becoming more and more likely, the Indian men's club football system will be thrown back 3 decades. Yeah, to 1995. When a certain Sepp Blatter, a secretary of FIFA, came over, had a look and told Mr. Dashmunshi, you don't have a national league. The ISL as a product, the I-League as a product, anything linked to the AIFF as a commercial product is damaged. Why would someone at this moment in time come forward and sponsor Indian football, support Indian football, buy the rights of Indian football as a broadcaster or as a streaming platform? Because most of the news, if not all news, linked to all of this is negative. And I again call on the stakeholders. You guys know that you are very, very important, that you can make a positive impact and that you can save the system. And as I've told people, either on my lives or on social media or even in private conversations, anything that I can do to help the situation, help to make the situation better, I'm ready to do that. I've always done that. I've always tried to do my little bit as well in the best interest of Indian football. I also find it good that some big fan clubs have come together and issued a joint statement speaking about the current situation. This is also a weakness within our football. We are fractured. 13 ISL clubs cannot come and stand together. 12 I-League clubs last year were struggling to stand together. ISL I-League clubs coming together, even more difficult. The academies, grassroots, stand on their own. The state associations, the media, the fans. Everybody needs to recognize different stakeholders have different priorities, but there's one common thing only. If you want or not, you're all part of Indian football. You are Indian football. And at the moment, you are part of the failures and the sad story of Indian football. It is on you. It is on us. Collectively, changing the things for the better. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? You got something else to add? Write your points down below, and as always, like, share and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very, very soon. And my appeal once more, don't stop supporting Indian football. Make yourself heard and fight for the things that are right and just. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.